Testing. Testing. Oh. Seeing how this sounds. If it makes it, I'm on my rise now on my screen. On your screen, you're not. See how this looks. About an 18-second delay. But just make a match right quick. Whatever. See how it looks. I'll put one of my created got people in there. My character's girlfriend. And kind of randomize without randomizing it. Okay, let's see how it sounds. I don't know. Maybe latency is normal for everybody, but I don't think 18 seconds is normal latency. Too bad at 720. Crazy. Like I say something and then when I see it on my phone, like a couple minutes later, it says something. Or you hear me actually. But right now I see, and well, you're gonna see it too. Never mind. But as I'm seeing Andrea right now, you're seeing Christine, or I'm seeing Christine on TV on the phone. There's something more I want to get to, like I don't know if I can simulcast. Well, I can't without paying for it, but we'll see if I can. Then mainly Twitch for live, and then here for the VODs if anyone ever gets a point of want to watch my content. In the future, I have plans to play other games like the Metal Gear Collection. What else I want to play? There's a few other games like the what's this game called? I can't think what they're called right now. Skyrim games, pretty much. What's she doing? Leg drop. I wish they'd fix this referee being in the way of the moves. They need to have him move out the way to where you can see what's going on. This is ridiculous. Always in the way. Kick to the gut, back of the head. Originally, I had it moved to where you could see the ramp, but then the referee was always in the way when you're doing tag team matches and stuff like that. So I had to go back to this one. So you probably see some of my match will be pointing towards the ramp, but later they'll go back to this view because it's very annoying. And also another thing when they're pointing towards the ramp, when they're over there on that side fighting, the camera don't move to where they're at. They need to fix that too. So get the referee out the way and fix that camera. Oh my goodness, he's kicking her in the back. I think it'll be a very long live stream. I'm going to see how it does. I mean, it's doing pretty good. I was wondering, like, when I'm at first when I was trying to get it to work right, I was wondering why it wasn't like when you're moving the screen wasn't like moving. The screen wasn't moving, but the like on my monitor that the game is on, it would move. But then when I was on OBS here, it wasn't moving at all because I gotta have the Elgato thing still on the screen for it to work. Wow, missed that completely. Well, I wish I had better internet. If I had better internet, the latency probably wouldn't be this bad. I'm going for a finisher. Bam! Gonna get it. One, two. Oh, of course not. Never ends in the first move, really, unless they're really overpowered and the other person's super weak. Do bear with me. Right now, just even doing this, I'm getting, I don't know, I feel like I'm getting kind of nervous. I can feel like my stomach. Like here, just sitting here on a normal day, acting like I'm just, pretending like I'm live streaming. I'm fine, but when I start live streaming, I'm feeling kind of butterflies in my stomach a little bit. Oh, hit her, whatever that move was. Oh, almost got kicked. Oh, combo drop kick. Look at me, boys. Ow. Ah, clothesline from hell. Here we go, Bob. Backbreaker. I mean, that's what it would have been a combo into a pin move. But of course, they don't think they have a backbreaker other than Stephanie Bakir. Uh-oh. Power bomb. One for the pin. 1, 2. 2 count. That was nice. Watch it back. I didn't even notice the little girl went for a tackle in the corner. Oh, fireman's. Forgot what the name of the move was. Fisherman. No, I can't think of what the name of the move is. My bad. And compared to last year, I had to change Andrea a little bit because the knee pads I normally have on her are locked, and then wow, that's another thing I need to fix is these moves not connecting. Kind of another clothesline. Another thing I noticed, like the computer matches, like they're grade wrestlers versus creator wrestlers are fine, but similar this year, the real wrestlers beat their butt all the time. Like every time I put a creator, like I got a creator wrestler Blake Carson, who is probably the strongest. I mean, he's not the strongest, but he's probably the best creator wrestler I have in the game. He whoops all the creator people's butts, but when he gets in a match with a real person, he gets his butt whooped. The drop kick out, doing the booty taunt. Pretty much just do with their regular moves. I don't do their uh, taunts or anything like that, or even in their ladder match moves or nothing like that. There's really no point in it. Dropping clothesline. Gonna do. What is this? Oh, netbreaker. Netbreaker. Going for the pin. 1, 2. Not even. Was that a 2? I don't think so. It was just a 1. Oh, she missed. Oh, ow, my knees. Oh, my knees. Irish Whip reverse. Punch. Another punch. Oh, whatever that was. 1. 1. Elbow to the gut. Boom, right in the face. Double knocked out. Yeah, where the referee starts doing a count. And also, they don't get up so quick, especially like if it's like a suplex or something like that. Like if it's suplex from the inside to outside, they shouldn't get up that fast. Regardless if they're fresh. Like I said right there, like she shouldn't be able to kick out like that when she's damaged a little bit. You know, with the little bar is going around. Nope, went for the soon star press or moonsault, not star press. Punch in the face. What's she going for? 1, 2. a little choppy. I got my well, we're to a certain point now, but a minute ago, like right now on my phone, she went for the moonsault. Uh, it got a little choppy because I got my laptop hooked up to the Starlink. I don't need to have anything hooked up to it. It's another reason why I had to have another laptop to where I can play on AT&T because I got that 3 megabyte internet, that terrible trash, and then live streaming on my Starlink. Oh, a good old kick to the face. It still seems a little choppy on my end when seeing it on my phone. Oh, running knee. Need to get my girl and my guy, the Dominic and Liv Morgan entrance because right now we have the Edge and Lita entrance, but I hate how they have Lita get out of the ring. I can't stand it. I need to fix that ring entrance. Oh, going for the finish. One, two. Only a 2 count. Got her another finisher. Gets this finisher on, she can win. Sometimes it don't happen that way. Sometimes crazy stuff happens. They do a bunch of other nonsense and then they lose. Whoop. Russian leg sweep. Bop, bop, boom. We'll flex the muscles. I got a lot of people I got to put on this game. And the reason why I made her is because I have her entrance and all that on short. That's why I had to go ahead and make her. Try to on my like so for me Mondays are my Fridays. So Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays I try to make at least one character a day, but here lately I've only been doing one. Oh, going for the pin. One, two, three. She wins. I like we have Havoc. I need to do adventures on a new entrance video on him because I got new face paint on him. He looks way better than he did last year, in my opinion. They just messed up on the tights I normally have him. I gave him the old Heath Slater tights, and they were kind of screwed. That was nice. 3.5 stars or 4.5 stars. Because the last update, they have better star matches, really. I know I need to get back into doing showcase. I have some matches pre-recorded I need to do. Upload. That's with the old microphone. I have a new microphone now. Not new microphone. New. I got the Elgato. That's Elgato. The Stream Deck now. Uh, I want to get in my rise because you got to unlock certain things. I still haven't played the island. Because most days I get off work, I just don't feel like doing anything. I'm so tired from work. Like this, not gonna be that long of an live stream. Probably about to be done here in a second. Not a fan of the My Faction, plus also I'm too late. I haven't played in it, so it's too late to even really start now because certain events already passed and I don't have them on there, I guess, anymore. Universe mode hasn't been good since was it WB12, and 13. It was the best. After that, it's terrible. I don't care for GM because it's competitive. You can't just play it to play. It's got to be competitive. Sorry about the whistling. I have that problem with my dentures. I'll show you the champions I've had. Some of them I've made. Most of them are just downloads. So this here is our Continental. If I could, it'd be nice if someone would make it for me, make me some belts. or I can figure out how to do it myself because it'd be a CCW. I think that's what the Created Wrestler Federation is going to be. Created Championship Wrestling. So I just use this BCW Continental as our Continental. Made Continental our belt since 2006. Because I just got tired of being Intercontinental Champion, so I changed it to Continental. Then the Created Heavyweight Championship. Someone else, like this is another person's belt that I'm just using for mine. This Cruiserweight title, which is the WCW Tag Team title. So I put the one of the plates from the light heavyweight championship there to hide the tag team champion thing. Usually Created. Now this is not my belt; it's someone else's belt, but I just took parts off of it and made it a little bit better. Now this one I made myself. A hardcore time, might need to fix that hardcore, make it a little longer. You kind of see it, the CCW. Our hardcore title kind of looks like more like the, I don't know, something more than that. This is our, for now anyway. I don't know, when I start using it, it might be glitched. Our women's world champion. We're gonna have to make the women and do a multi-person match to determine a new one because Created Wrestler that wasn't one of my people had the belt. I had the big wing eagle belt as our heavyweight champion, but then it just somehow or another just went straight gold and lost all the color. So we used this for the tag team championship. Sorry if I'm talking too fast. I'm just trying. I don't want to about to get off. I just want to get these out here and let them be known. This is someone else's belt they made also, but I kind of fixed it to make it a little better. I took some of the light heavyweight title stuff to hide some of the other stuff that was on it. And so this is for our Created light heavyweight champion, Created Wrestler light heavyweight champion. I know last year I used the old light heavyweight because when I downloaded it, it looked better than it. But we'll just get back to, like I said, this will be the Created light heavyweight champion. I like the way it looks. I need to get rid of that one. I had this one first just to get one, and I don't like this way this belt looks, so it's going away. I liked it at first, but then I see it more and more like, I don't know. So this is the one we were going to use it for our women's championship. And let's see if it now. Yeah, see, it does this, and now it's just all one color. So I need to delete that belt. Get that out of here. This one couldn't find one better than this one, and I kind of like it, so we'll go ahead and stick with this as being our women's champion. It was considered a world championship, but I decided we'll make it a women's championship. I used to have my own version of this belt that I used. It was just the winged eagle. I just put that in the middle of it and everything else, and use that for our Created world champion. But we'll go ahead and use this one instead. Another belt I like the way this looks. It's for a world tag team title. We're using it until it glitches and goes all one color. World Television. I always like the WCW World Television Championship. So this is the closest we can get to it without actually getting to it. So I like the way it looks too, though. Kind of the Ring of Honor had a World Television title like that. We'll get rid of that one. I just downloaded this one because I didn't find another women's title, and I don't like the way it looks. So we will. Well, it's not bad, but it's not great either. Like I said, since I liked the WCW World Television title, why I have this one. It looks about just like it as best you can without actually having a belt. I wish they would figure out whatever licensing problem they have to where they can't use the WCW belt and get that figured out to where you can actually make a replica of it. It's a heritage title I just got from online or community creation. It looks pretty good. So we just use that since they don't have a trophy that I figured maybe this year they would make a trophy entrance so that people can carry the heritage title. But since we don't have that, we're just going to use this title for its placement. Sorry. This is the Legends hardcore. The Legends Intercontinental Championship. Originally, it was going to be Attitude Intercontinental. I thought that title wasn't on here, and I come to find out it was just locked. So we'll use this for the Legends Intercontinental. Last year I downloaded Divas title for a hardcore title, but then, and they say I couldn't find it on the community creation, so I just used the hardcore title. And then we have this one for the WWE Television Championship. Last year it didn't have any color to it, and this year it has color to it because whoever made it decided to put color to it. So that's it for all of our created championships. Once this live stream's done, I'll just let it be whatever what you call it thumbnail that it shows up for it. Kind of show you my created wrestlers, I guess. So this is Anthony Blood, the Young Bloods, their tag team. Him and Billy Young. Basically a high school wrestler, college wrestler, whatever you want to use, and using American colors. Then we go to Billy Davis, which he was from 2K23, but he's different looking than what he did look like last year. But we'll just go with. I might have to change the name because he doesn't. Now he doesn't look like a Billy Davis to me. So we might have to change it to something else. And plus, also he kind of looks Hispanic, so I don't think Davis would be a Hispanic last name. So, but another reason I put him on the game this year so that he can have a match against The Rock whenever he get around to doing it to determine who's going to be the real People's Champion. He'll most likely lose to The Rock, but we'll see how it goes. This is Billy Young. It's just he's supposed to be like an MMA fighter, so this is what I put together for him. We kind of talk about him and his tag team partner. They are the undisputed created tag team champions, and he's the light heavyweight created champion. Well, we're gonna switch it around. He's gonna be the we'll switch the titles around in a little bit. He'll get the belt I made or I redid that someone else made. So he's basically like an MMA type guy. And here we go to Blake Carson, which was a friend of mine's character. The Robert Wilson character is a friend of mine, and he made this guy to be his tag team partner. And when I made him in 23, I think it was, he was just so cool. So great, and then the bad. He was he whooped everybody's butt. And so I decided to make him Gerald Wilson, and then another guy, John Rader, be under him. So, but he's the Stone Cold champion, which is a Smoking Skull title, and then he's the created champion. Can't create champion. We'll show this guy. Hopefully, this doesn't offend anybody. I was trying to think of a name. I know it's Fajita. I think it's how it sounds, but it's not what his name's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like Vegeta, but with an F and some other kind of way. If someone knows a better way to spell it, without it sounding like fajita, let me know. I don't know why. It's the best way I could think about it, and it kind of fits great with his trunks. If I could think of something better, I would. But it's an old character. He was mainly nothing more than a beat up guy, pretty much at one point in time. And then last year, I just made him stronger, and then did what it is with him now. Which I got a running knee for him because he has no knee pads. And this is my friend Gerald, a friend of mine named Gerald's character he made a long time ago. But I made him. I've since made him myself because he don't really play the game anymore. Which is a spinning elbow I gave him because why he's got this big elbow pad because that elbow always hits him. So he's our creative world champion. So we go ahead and this is my Havoc. This is Havoc for this year. I think it looks pretty cool the way I got him built this year. I would use. Let me go to attire. I would normally use Heath Slater's old trunks, but they messed him up this year. I don't know where they're at. Here we go. These were the normal ones I would use. But let's go into colors right quick. Black for that. That's supposed to be red. But it doesn't matter what material I do, the red doesn't get darker. So just work with the reds. It doesn't matter what. And that's a little bit darker. It doesn't matter what I go for in material. It's not dark enough. The carbon fiber is pretty decent, but not dark enough. So we just use the Pain tights. And there's another one I would use. It was Undertaker's Ministry of Darkness. Just find those. Well, they didn't take very long. We're going to use these, but I just don't like the way they look on them. Not even work with the material. Go into colors. It doesn't matter what I do with it. I just don't like the way they look. So, anyway, this is Havoc this year. The way his face paint came out, pretty cool. Havoc. I know it's a Kane ripoff. Used to have was it 2000? I think 2008 is when I made them, and it had the Sandman's entrance theme, and it went perfect with Kane's entrance. And then last year they screwed up Sandman's music and changed it, make it longer. It's a Havoc. Here's me, my character. Same as last year. I wish I'd come up with something better. He used to have a tattoo on his shoulder, but then they took it off the game, so now I don't have it no more. Okay, one color, and it's going to show this color. Here's the black and red. Looks pretty good. It had a different color, but then it was like John Deere colors. I'm like, yeah, I don't like that, so I had to change it. And every time I do a video on him, I change his gear. Kind of like show you his shirt. And this year they fixed the velour material, but then your cloth material looks like velour too. So I don't know why that's doing that, but we'll go ahead and get out of that. Jay Lee, which used to be Jay Long, and he was like an Asian guy, but like, I'd get rid of the Long because we make fun of his name. So it's kind of like the Jeff Jarrett looking emblem on his pants, even though it's not. But it's kind of a Buddy Murphy ripoff, sort of, kind of. I mean, it is what it is. Part of my group. That's our stable shirt. I just downloaded the Wolfpack from online. Community creation. I keep saying online. Community creation. That kind of changed the way the J was spelling, so it's not like Jay Uso. Someone thinks it's a Jay Uso ripoff. It's a character way before Jay Uso's even. If you want to say it's anything, it's kind of like Jay Uso and then the other Jay from Jay Briscoe. And John Rader looks a little different than he did last year. So his name is John Rader from Oakland, California. I know they're not in Oakland no more, but still gonna, keep his. We're just gonna keep him, from Oklahoma, not Oklahoma, Oakland, California, even though when they've moved. And that's it for that. I think that's it, everybody. Yeah, I gotta fix it, but that I really like the face paint on Havoc this year. It's just I wish they had an option to keep it from running away. Wish they had an option to keep the face paint from running off his face. But it's what it is. So that's it for everybody. I'm not really gonna show you the entrances or nothing like that. I need to. What did I do? Oh, well, went all the way out. I need just like 12:02. I need to go to bed. I gotta be working in the morning. So whoever comes upon this video, thanks for watching. If you watched this live, I appreciate the 2 people that showed up for a little bit of time you were in here. Thank you. Hopefully, at some point, I can start trying to. I don't know if I will be able to, but maybe hopefully I can multicast. We'll see how that goes. If I can, that'd be great. I'll, for live, Twitch would be great, and then for videos on my channel, you know, it'll be on my channel for later. So anyway, thank you for watching. I'll talk to y'all later. It might be a little bit of pause. I want to make sure all this audio gets in here before I close it out. So thanks for watching. Briggsy out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you would appreciate it. Thank you.